Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the FY25 virtual earnings call of Neetu Yoshi Limited, hosted by Kirin Advisors Private Limited. As a reminder, all participants' line will be in the listen-only mode during the presentation. There will be an opportunity to ask the questions once the management presentation concludes. To ask a question, please use the raise hand feature on Zoom, and you will be invited to unmute yourselves in turn. Also, you can put your questions in the chat box. Please note that this call is being recorded. From the management side of the team, we have Mr. Himanshu Lohia, the Managing Director and Chief Financial Officer of the company. With that, I now hand over the call to Mr. Himanshu. Over to you, sir.
Wishing you all a very Yoshi evening. Thank you so much for joining with us today. I'm sure it'll be a rewarding experience for all of us. Thank you for showing interest in Neetu Yoshi. Neetu Yoshi is very close to all the team and the complete Neetu Yoshi family. So Neetu is my the name is a very unique name. Neetu is my mother's name, and Yoshi means good luck in Japanese. So with her, my mom's good luck, I think we started this company in year 2020. And initially, we started this company for trading raw materials for various railways. We were procuring the railway scrap from railway sites and supplying it to various component masters. Slowly and steadily, when we understood the business in the railways, we set up a machine shop in Rudipur in year 2022. Once we were executing the contracts of the rail for the railways components, we understood the products, understood the margins in that, and once we were confident that we can do further better in these components, we approached SEBI and central bank with a vision and established a state-of-art manufacturing unit in Haridwar. And that started operation in 2023-24, where we did revenue approx 47, and last year we did revenue of around 70. So we have been doing continuous growth in Neetu Yoshi, and we went for an IPO this year, raised around 77.04 crores to establish a complete bogie manufacturing unit in Kanpur. So to understand Neetu Yoshi much more, I would just like to play a short video of a company so you'll understand what processes we follow and what kind of critical components we manufacture. Please allow me to share my screen. You'll have to able me to share the screen.
Yes, sir. I know.
I think there's some.
Hello, Himanshu, sir. Are you there? Hello, Himanshu sir. Are you there? Sir, the voice is not audible. Yes, sir. Now it's audible.
This is the administrative block. Mr. Subodhya was responsible for complete operation of the plant. We divided the company into five different shades. First is the quality, then the store, then the invert, foundry, and then the machine shop. And that is how the flow of movement goes in. First is the invert, where the basic raw material procured and stored. Scrap is one of the basic raw material which is procured from the various railway sites. Melted with the help of various arc furnaces and induction furnaces. One arc furnace of 5 metric ton and 4 induction furnaces.
Sir, there's
The
too much lag
composition
in
of
the
alloy
video.
steel is checked with the help of spectrometer. This is the combined plant. So the quality of sand is of utmost importance to us. Various parameter of sand is checked, be it the permeability, be it the clay content, be it the moisture content. Once the sand is prepared, it is stored in the hopper. Then the batter is mounted over the molding machine. It is fused, compressed, and the mold box is given the shape. It is divided into two parts: bottom box, then the top. It is heated to remove the moisture. Top box and bottom box both are prepared and put over each other. Then the metal is poured to give the shape to the box. Then the material moves towards the process of fettling, which constitute two processes. First is the shot blasting, wherein the metal is put and beaten with the high frequency steam shot balls to remove the sand, and then runnerizers are removed with the help of grinders and grinders. This is the heat treatment process. It is one of the most important process to increase the internal soundness of the material. So it can be done through heat treatment machine. It can avoid water quenching, oil quenching, shot blast, salt bath furnace. We have got all in house. Internal tensile manufacturing machines and with various other gauges and put for inspection to the RDSO. Material is painted and supplied to various clients. So currently, as on date, till last financial year, we were focusing on the railways, and our focus to the railways would remain as such. So railways, I can divide into different four segments. First is the wagon, the malgadi, which we are majorly contributing right now to. Second, the coach, which is the passenger. Third, the locomotive, which is the engine, and fourth, the track. So currently we are focusing majorly on the wagons. So now we have got developed few products for the coaches as well. We've got approvals of two products, which is the buffer assembly and the axle box housings. And also for the track, I would just like to state that we have expanded our manufacturing facility by another 3,000 square meter of area. So initially we had 7,000 square meter of area. Right now we have built another shed next to our plant itself, where we will be doing the parts of track and bridge of and structures for the railways. So that will also add to our revenue uh, in in the current year. So we are in process of approval for the same. So by setting up a plant next to our facility, we have saved a lot of cost, be it the land cost, since we got the agriculture land converted to industries. The whole process was done at the cost of 70 lakh itself. If the same land we would have bought outside, we would have incurred a heavy land cost for further, also the administrative cost and the many storage cost as well. So we will be adding new track products and bridges and structure products in the new shed which we have already constructed, and the approval process is going on in the same. So currently for the wagons, we are approved for almost 25 critical components which goes and fit into the bogies and the wagons of Indian Railways. And we have applied 15 products in the pipeline, out of which three more approvals which we have already got in last 10-15 days. Another approvals are also in pipeline. I'll just play a small video of the products, and so you can understand better what product we manufacture and what are the applications of these products.
Yeah, sorry for the interruption, sir. Just maybe if you could just turn off your video because your shared screen is a bit laggy. So,
Sure.
yeah.
As you can see, this is the complete wagon. We
So the screen is,
are doing connecting in critical parts for these. Yeah,
so
screen
the
is not
screen is,
visible.
yeah, yeah.
Can you see it now?
No, sir.
I'll reshare it. Is it fine now?
You can just double click to enter full screen mode.
It's full screen only. I hope it's visible now.
No, sir, it's still not visible.
Okay. I'll just it's one. It's visible now.
Still not.
I'll just then we can move towards the development
PPT.
and the
Okay.
yeah no, no you know I'll just explain the few development which we are doing. So as I
Sure.
explained that we are moving towards track, bridge and structures, and also the parts of coaches. Wherein for coaches we've got the parts approval already, and the parts for tracks and bridge and structures are in process in the new plant. Simultaneously, we are also working for the spring plant, wherein we are looking forward for like procuring the spring plant from outside India, where we are in talk about it, and we have already acquired the land for the same for the spring plant, in which is also nearby our plant, which is like 6 kilometers from our current manufacturing facility. So in future, you'll be very soon seeing Neetu Yoshi venturing into springs and tracks, and also bridges and structures. To move forward to about it, we are targeting around 110 crores of orders in the financial year, and keeping the PAT level at what we have been doing it. And the current or financial year which I've passed out, we have achieved similar in this Q1, and will be able to achieve. We are very confident in complete financial year the target which you have set for us. So in July itself, we receive orders of around 10 crores from the railways, uh, of the component which we are manufacturing right now, even from the private, including the 10 crores order are including the railways and the private. But this time major orders have come from the like railways directly, then the private. In future as well, there are orders of similar range are in pipeline, and you will see, we'll keep updating you about those orders as well. So that is what I would just like to request you, whatever questions you have, please ask.
Okay. So we can go ahead with the Q&A session, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, dear investors, the floor is now open for Q&A session. If you have any questions, kindly raise your hand. I'll allow you to unmute and you can ask the questions. You can also write down your questions in the chat box. Mr. Hemant Khadilkar, you can go ahead and ask your questions. Mr. Hemant, are you there?
Hello.
Yeah, hi
I'm
Hemant, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Hi, Himanshu. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. So I have a couple of questions. So you mentioned in your PPT that you have IDSO certified. So just wanted to understand
Yeah.
that is this IDSO certification required for all the different products, or is it like one certification you have and you can manufacture any products for Indian Railways?
So first is the your audit for your company, where yes, class A, class B, class C. So that is one approval which you get for the company. So Neetu Yoshi is approved as a class. You are allowed to make these critical safety components. So the safety components by the railways are the components which failure of these components would lead to a life risk. So only companies which are class A certified are allowed to apply for the approval of these products. So each product have a separate STR, separate spec. You need to follow them and apply for the approvals separately for each products. So each product we apply have a complete process of getting the approval done.
Okay. So are there any other IDSO A certified players in the industry
Yes,
that are
they are
in
fine.
direct
For
competition with?
yes, there are 4 to 5 other companies similar component they're making.
Okay, and so out of 25 critical components that we are manufacturing, which of the components are having
Yeah.
the highest margins?
So the highest margins right now which we have are from the two products which we have developed from the coaches, which is the axle box housing and the side buffer assembly.
Okay,
But
and
the
last
volume for
question.
that is not as good as the other components.
Okay, and the last question. So you mentioned that recently you ventured into the tracks and the springs. So any plan of going into the wheel set models?
No, the wheel set model is a complete different process. The process which we follow is the process of manufacturing critical precise component which is small in size. So the a plant is equipped for that facility. So right now the parts which we're developing for tracks and also for like future in springs, there would be smaller parts which are of less than 100 kg size.
Okay, thanks, Himanshu. All the best for your future.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Vishal Kumar, you can go ahead and ask your questions.
Hi, sir. Good evening. Can you hear?
Yes, Vishal, how are you?
Hello. Hello.
Yes, Vishal, hi, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How are
I
you?
can hear you. Good.
Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sir, my question is related to the IPO proceedings. As you mentioned that you have raised
Yeah.
77 crore. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sir, you have mentioned that you have raised 77 crores through IPO for a bogie manufacturing plant.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to understand that, what kind of revenue you will be able to generate in financial year 26, sir. That would be my first question from this manufacturing unit.
From the bogie plant, we will be doing capex of around 50 crores from that, and we can do revenue of around 200 crores from that plant, wherein we will be making 500 bogies monthly. So this financial will be operated from next financial year. We plan to do 55% so we will 120 crores the old plant in next financial year and 110 from the financial year with this plant which we already have. That is what we are planning.
Sir, sorry again, sir, you were cutting off. What kind of revenue you will be booking this year, sir, this financial year on bogie manufacturing?
This year the bogie manufacturing plant will not be operational. It will be operational from next year. This year it's under construction and the approval process will be going on. So we are expecting our approvals by the March, and by April of next next financial year starting, we'll be able to roll out our bogies.
And sir, my
So next
second question.
financial year we'll be utilizing. Yeah.
Right, sir. Right. Got it, sir. Sir, second question is related to you mentioned about venturing into a business of coaches, components, and tracks. So, sir,
Right.
what kind of components you are going to make in this, and I mean, from when this revenue will start coming?
So coming to tracks, so there's a part called turnaround where where there is a change in the switch in the railway line. That turnout part is used. So previously there are plates called TWS fittings which were in fabrication that completely through the process of casting and machining processes. So that we have started developing and have developed for the railways, and further we are planning to develop the complete.
Hello.
Yes, Vishal, sir, you're audible.
Yes, sir, you are cutting off, sir. Can you complete this answer, sir? Hello.
Mr. Himanshu, are you there? Himanshu, sir? Vishal, sir, just wait for a second until he joins back.
Sure, sir.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, hi, sir. Can you hear me?
Hi.
So, yes, sir. So you were mentioning about the tracks components.
Yeah, so for the track components, there are few components called TWS fitting, which have been shifted from process of fabrication to the process of metal engineering of castings and machine products. So that we're developing and then develop for the as a second source. Now we are going directly to the railways.
Sir. And what about coaches, sir? Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello, Himanshu sir, are you there?
Hey, hear
Yes,
me?
Himanshu sir. Sir, I would request you to just maybe turn off your video. That might
Yeah.
help.
So Vishal, sure. Is it better now? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It's better.
So I did you hear the part the turnout and the
Yes, yes.
TWS fitting which we will be making future.
Right, sir. And
That
what about
is
coaches components, sir?
that is for the so now the coach there are products which are called control arm. There are products which are called console set. There's a central disk. There are various different 7 components which we will be doing for coaches
And from when you can start booking revenue for this product, sir?
within this financial year.
Sir, so do you have any order book for these products as of now?
So for the product which we got approval, we have started getting the order books for that. Once we get the approval for the products which are in the pipeline for coaches, we'll keep getting the orders from the railways. Whereas in the track is considered, we have got very huge orders from the company which are into tracks, which are like Rahi Engineering and uh, RV Rail, Veera Techno, Rail. So there are 4 companies. We have got huge orders from them for fittings.
Right, sir. Right. Sir, my third question is related to your order book, sir. You mentioned that you are targeting around 120 crores of revenue in FY26. So my
Yes.
question is related to, what kind of order book you have right now, and what is, I mean, in what kind of order book you're looking for to close in FY26, and what would be your EBITDA margin and net margin? I understand in your last financial year it was 22% net margins. So what kind of net margin will be, stabilized net margin for FY26 along with the order book?
So what we are targeting is order book is right now we've got more than 115 crores plus order. So each month we are executing orders and we are getting orders of more than 10 to 12 crores each month. And so at the end of this year we'll be having another order around crores. That's what we are getting. Plus the book orders when the approval comes will also be in next financial year. Coming to the part of this is the
Sir,
order
you're
book
cutting
we
off.
are
Sir, you're
planning
cutting
and
off.
all. And the second part which what you asked me was
Sir, request that you're cutting off, sir. Come again for order book, sir. I mean, what is your intention for order book for financial year 26?
Vishal.
So, sir, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah,
Sir, so you mentioned about
yeah, I can hear you.
115 crores of order book. My question was, what kind of intentions you
Yeah.
have? I mean, how much orders you are expecting in FY26?
That 10 to 12 crores of orders every month we are getting and on similar range we are expecting.
Right, sir. Sir. And sir, net margin, sir. What kind of net margins you will be able to maintain?
At the PAT level, we are targeting 25%, and we are confident that we will be able to do that.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I'll come back in the queue
Yeah,
after the
please.
other. Thank you.
Mr. Parak Shah, you can go ahead and ask your questions.
Hi, Himanshu bhai. Congratulations on a good set of FY25 numbers.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you.
Parak from Mezzanine Equity. So yes, my question was around what are the new products that we have developed, the ones that you mentioned for tracks and coaches. Could you shed more light on it?
So for the coaches, it is the axle box housing. It is the axle of the coaches basically, and the buffer assembly. If you would have seen, there are two assembly which joins the like the coaches. If you search on internet, you will get the it's buffer
Hmm.
assembly and the axle box housing for the coaches, and the products for the coaches which are in pipeline are the control arm, console, pin bracket. There are another 8 components which are in the pipeline. Coming to the track, so there is a part called turnaround, which we are supplying it to companies like and Viratech Engineering Rails. We've got orders for 4 of them. So we are in process of getting it approval done directly to the railways. Once we get the approvals done from the railways, we'll supplying directly to the railways in next in coming
Okay,
months.
so what's the number of products that we have and how many are RDSO certified?
So for the coaches which we have developed, they are
No,
both of them.
overall at the company level.
There are 25, 27 now, 27 products which are RDSO certified, and for the tracks there are another 32 odd products which we have developed, but right now they are not RDSO certified. We are getting them certified by RDSO.
Okay, great. And you also mentioned some expansion that has happened adjacent to the current plant.
Yes. So
Yeah, so could you shed some light on it? Yes.
So current before like 2 months back, a facility was around 7,000 square meter of area. We bought a land adjacent to a plant and got it converted from agriculture to industrial land, and have built a shed of around 3,000 square meter of area. So now a plant stand to around 10,000 square meter of area, and with there we are planning to do all the track products and also getting approval done for the bridges and structures, because the kind of machines required for the tracks is are also similar to the bridge and structures. So we'll be simultaneously getting approvals done for bridges and structures also.
Okay, great. And on the order book and revenue, you mentioned that you are getting orders of 10 to 12 crores every month. So our
Right.
order execution is also at the same pace because at the end of last year we had around 105 crores of order book. Currently it is around 115 crores. So
Yes.
our monthly execution rate is also around 10 to 15 crores.
We target 110 to 120 crores of revenue, and we are on the line of that.
Okay. And what kind of traction are you seeing from the bogie manufacturers, from our existing customers like Jupiter Wagons?
They are all ramping up their facility. They require the products, but also we are seeing how can we develop much value added products which are there in locomotives and coaches, which will give us benefit at the PAT level. So we are targeting volumes with the wagons, and for the value addition for the good margins, we are targeting coaches, tracks, and locomotives.
Okay, great. Just one last question. The expansion that you mentioned, which has happened adjacent to the existing plant, what
Right.
kind of revenue can it generate? I think it wasn't mentioned in the RHP. So it's a new
Yes.
development. What kind of revenue could we see from those products?
Once we are developed from the railways directly,
Hmm.
we can
Yes.
get 30 odd crores of revenue like from one financial year.
Okay, great. So this is in addition to the targets given earlier, right?
Right.
Okay, great. All the best, Himanshu bhai. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Ashish Soni, you can go ahead and ask your questions.
Yeah. So two questions. One is on the springs. You said you will go into springs. So which spring, and is it coil spring or the air spring? And when do you think you can get approvals for that?
So, hi Ashish. So, spring initially, Indian Railways are using just hot coil springs. Recently, in like 5 months back, they were approved cold coil springs also, and railways, especially the RDSO, they encouraging industries to set up a complete facility according to the cold coil spring. So, what we're targeting is the hot and cold coil spring simultaneously. We've already got the land for that. We are searching for the plant and machineries and finalizing that, and we are expecting that also to be done within this financial year.
And are we doing some JV or tech transfer with some partner for this?
For few for the technology, yes.
Okay, and when can this start contributing to revenues, and how the
This
peak revenue?
next financial year, the revenue from this should start coming.
But your net profit margin is 25%. But whatever little I know of this area, I think competition doesn't have that much margins in this space specifically.
Springs, depending upon the springs you're making for the coaches, if you're making the spring, there are good hefty margins in that. For the small spring, if you're making, yes, margins are a little lesser in that.
Okay,
It,
and
it's the size of spring which you're targeting that matters to it.
okay. Another point, you said the wagon manufacturing plant will start next year. So what's
No,
the
not the
revenue?
wagon, the
Yeah,
bogie
bogie. Sorry.
manufacturing.
Yeah, bogie. So that how much revenue potential? Like you said, 200 odd crores revenue, but it will be done everything in FY27, or it will go to 28 also to ramp up.
Yeah, so first year we'll be doing 55 to 60% of it. Next financial year, 100% of it.
Okay. And in terms of market potential for each of your products, what are the top five products which will contribute meaningfully to your revenue in next 3 years or 5 years?
So, next 2 to 3 years, definitely bogie will be the one of bogie and coupler would be the process. But currently, right now, what we are doing are the child parts, which are the center pivot assembly, backstop, uh, which is contributing to our revenue. But next 2 to 3 years, if you're talking, it will be definitely the bogie, which will be.
And out of the total market size, how much market share are capturing in these bogies?
So right now, if you see, there are more than 4,500 wagons being made. So there are 8,000, like 9,000 bogies required every month by the private player itself. Leave the railways, and we are just targeting 500 bogies monthly.
Is approximately 10
Yeah,
not, and maybe less than that also.
yeah, very less than that.
Okay. Thanks and all the best.
Thank you.
Mr. Mukesh Modi, you can go ahead and ask your questions. Mr. Mukesh, are you there? Mr. Mahak, you can go ahead and ask your questions.
Hi, Himanshu.
Hi, Mahek. How are you?
Good. Hope everything's going fine.
All very good.
So I just wanted to know that the order book value that you have currently mentioned, that the company currently has an order book of around 115 crore.
Right.
So is wholly from the bogie components as well?
It's from the bogie components. Yeah, bogie track and bogie and track components and coaches components which are approved now.
Okay, so could you please share how much does each contribute to the book order book?
So the old order book which we have, see, currently we got last like in June we got orders from like Rahi, Veera and Anjani Rail. So that is approximately 25 to 30 crores orders that are from that track. Rest all of them are from wagons and coaches.
Okay, rest from wagons and coaches. My another question is that how much margins do we generate from coaches in the track segment?
From the products which we are doing in the wagons, they're selling at 110 rupees per kg, wherein the product which we are doing for the coaches, they are selling for around 220 to 250 rupees per kg, wherein the products which we are doing for the track, they are selling 140 to 150 rupees per kg.
Okay. And from where do we source the raw materials for their manufacturing?
So basic raw material which we have is the scrap and the sand. Sand is procured from the Allahabad, and the scrap is procured from the various railway side and various prefab structures companies which are around. So they have their auctions. We take part in them, be it the
Oh,
railways or be it these companies. We take part in them, and we get source the scrap from them.
okay. And Jagatri workshop also contributes for the
That is
same.
that is the railways.
That is the railways. Okay.
Yeah.
One more thing is I wanted to know is that the additional space that you have added to your existing manufacturing plant,
Yeah.
uh, is this focused towards track products or the existing components that the company was manufacturing?
Track products.
Track products. And what is the status of the new bogie manufacturing plant in Uttar Pradesh
We have
for
we have
which we have raised?
we have finalized all the orders for the plant and machineries. Everything is in process.
Okay, and then when we are expecting the RDSO approval of the same
By March this year.
by March this year. So by FY27 we'll start generating revenue.
Right.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Himanshu.
Mr. Vishwinder Singh, you can go ahead and ask your questions. Mr. Vishwinder Singh, are you there? Mr. Sanket Sath, you can go ahead and ask your questions. Mr. Sanket, are you there? Uh, yeah, we can't hear you, Mr. Sanket. Hello. Mr. Yash, you can go ahead and ask your questions.
Yeah, hi. Just wanted to pick up your brains on what is the overall market size in terms of bogey, like if we include the private players and the public players, like how much gotta be, let's say, per every month or every year, gotta be a size of the market? That's first question. And second is like, who is the biggest market player in this segment as of now, who is supplying or having the highest market in it? Yeah.
So the bogies what we are targeting is like what all wagon manufacturers are targeting is 10,000 wagons manufacturing per month. That leads to a 20,000 bogie requirement per month. Simultaneously, there is a maintenance of each bogie which approximately at 75,000 kilometers. Each wagons go for overhauling. So the market which is ordered by the railways, which are the 16 zonal railways, that is 2x the market which is considered monthly. So approximately the requirement for the bogie, if you target the maintenance and the private in next 4 to 5 years, would be around like 20,000 plus 20,000.
Okay. And is it like once the bogey is made, so
Yeah.
it's just only the maintenance which is required for the rest of the life, or what is the shelf life of a product, particularly for bogey, if you understand? Like, what do you
75,000 kilometer, they're done for maintenance, and in that majorly the parts are like the new bogies are put to use to that.
Okay, so right to assume that the life of one bogey comes around 75,000 kilometer, and then it's been replaced by another bogey.
Yeah, of the major parts in that.
Okay. And the second is like, who is the, like, as of the TTM situation, if we understand, who is the biggest player in this segment supplying the highest thing?
So if you see the big companies like Jupiter, Titagarh, Texmo, they have got their bogie plants as well. So they're making the highest bogies themselves and procuring the rest from the other people. So that way they are the ones who are manufacturing most of them. But if you talk people who are not does not have their wagon manufacturing facility, it would be like this thing, Umbesco, which is now a GK Wagons.
Got it, got it. And one more thing, like in terms of the existing capacity that we have, so what is
Yeah.
the maximum output that we can generate out of that? So, like currently, I think the existing plant we have around 8,000 metric tons, somewhere on that number.
Yeah.
And we last year we did around 50-55% utilization. So, what is the maximum utilization we can make from that?
No, last year we did 70% utilization of that.
Okay,
So this year we can do 110 from the same facility which we have, but we have, since we have added one more like shade, and we are planning to do track from that, so we can do around odd 150 from that.
okay, okay. Got it. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Rohan Gupta, you can go ahead and ask your questions.
Yeah. Hi, Rohan. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
All good. All good.
Yeah. Himanshu ji, a couple of questions. So, firstly, wanted to understand the key products like for us, like couplers and all of these. Do you have any broad sense on what would be their revenue contribution in FY25?
So coupler, actually we're not making a complete coupler. Complete coupler we are targeting for the next financial in the new plant. Right now we are making the three parts of it, which is the striker, backstop, and YPSP. So coming to the parts which we have right now, we have from all the parts together, we have, that's what we are targeting, 110 from this plant which we have.
नहीं but जैसे आपके जो भी products है right, so some bifurcation, some sense on that कि which product, like one is your coupler assemblies,
Yeah.
then the other various products that you mentioned, some sense on that which is our key product.
Center pivot assembly and the backstop are
Okay,
like major products.
okay, understood. And what kind of margins can we expect on this from this bogie manufacturing from next year?
Same, we are targeting PAT of 25.
Okay, but our sense was like margins could contract, considering scale goes up, and like I was more under the impression that these parts that you're making, the niche segment, these have higher margins, but you're confident on, maintaining the
Yeah.
margins.
I didn't get
Okay.
your question. Like,
No, I'm saying when you are making these bogie related
yeah.
things, right? So our sense from industry checks was that, margins might be lower on that side.
To give you the idea, the products which we are making right now are like all metallurgical product following the same process of casting, then machining, then getting the complete inspection done, and these are critical components which are weighted below the size of 100. When we talk of bogie manufacturing, there are two other another main product in this, which is the blaster and side frame. The blaster weight is around 800 kg, and the side frame weight is around 400 kg each. That is made from the same process what these processes are made. Other is the assembling process, which adds on to the making the bogie. So it is the same process which we are following right now to in making the bogies as well. It is just the size of the complete product would change. So the margins are equally good in making the complete bogies as well.
Okay, understand. What would be our annual capacity like, from the RHP, it's around 8,000 metric tons. And your
Yeah.
presentation also seems to have old data. So this 3,000 square meters that you've added, post that, what would be your annual capacity?
So the extra area which we have added, that the old presentation with the presentation which we have, that is for the melting facility and the this process. Wherein the new process which we'll be following will be a different process of track making and bridges and structures, which is extra add-on capacity, which cannot be calculated in product, like it can be calculated product wise, not in metric ton.
Okay. So total from your current facility, you can do a revenue of 140, 150 crore, right? Like you mentioned.
Yes, right.
Okay, understood. Okay. So then just wanted to understand, like, we look at your background and everything, you're very new to this whole business, it seems like. So, Thoda, if you can give a brief about yourself and how you have entered, and so quickly you have managed to set up this entire thing, the entire setup, and Thoda sa ek brief de sakte aap, like, what is your background? Someone from your family is into this business, getting approvals and all, it's quite a tough task, right? So thoda us pe aap brief de denge.
Once what people just see is 24 when the revenue started coming, is what people don't see is 2020 to 2023 where we didn't have any revenue coming in. So it's not very quickly. What people see is just 1 year the plant set up and your revenue started coming in. It was 2020 to 2023 where we were studying this product, we were establishing ourselves in the market, we were going to all these RDSOs, we were going to all these customers to get a licensing done and everything. So for people, it is just a 1 year where the revenue started coming. For us, it is all these 5 years. We have been working very hard to get establish this unit and be in this position. Further, coming to my background, we didn't have any background in this particular field as such. We started this company in 2020, wherein we first were trading scrap from the railway sides and supplying it to various component masters. So in once we were doing that in 2020, we tied up with various companies in Rudhipur and all also, and set up a machining unit in Rudhipur, where we were taking the components from the auto companies like ZF Rane and all, and various railway companies also, just machining it and supplying it to back to them. Once we were executing these product, we understood the margins in this product. We were eager to work, eager to expand. So, and we were confident we'll be able to do it. Then we set up this unit in year 23, 24. And now once we were we have established a part in this facility, we wanted to expand towards complete bogie manufacturing. Then we decided to go for a IPO and raise one for the complete bogie manufacturing facility.
Okay, understood. So there's no previous, we can say, family background or anything that was related to railways as such.
No.
Okay, okay, understood. Sir, lastly, just wanted to understand on the market sizing for our existing products, like the couplers and everything that we are doing. What a broad sense on, what kind of market size based on government orders and all of that.
See the exact market size, I won't be able to tell you, because it's a continuously increasing industry, increasing at a various wide a good scale. So what I can give you example is each bogie is costing around 4 lakh rupees. And when coming to a bogie, there is a part called brought out components, which are approximately 1.5 lakh rupees, which includes these metallurgical parts also, rubber and springs also, out of which metallurgical parts are around 90,000. So we are doing right now what we can cater is 90,000 in each bogie.
Okay, okay, understood.
Yeah. And what people are targeting is 10,000 wagons monthly. So there will be demand of 20,000 new bogies plus the maintenance
Sorry,
market.
the target is how many wagons you mentioned?
10,000 wagons monthly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what would be the competition like? Like our margin profile is quite high, and we see that there are, considerable entry barriers as well.
Yes.
So who are your main competitors?
So there would be all unlisted players, which are Atul Engineering, Frontier Alloys, Steels, NK Iron Industries. So these all are like the players which are quoting the tenders with us, floating the inquiries with us.
Atul Engineering, Frontier Alloys, and which one you mentioned?
NK Iron Industry.
Okay, okay. So if I check these private financials, I'll see a similar margin profile for them as well, right?
Yeah, 2-3% down to us. EBITDA level, you'll see the similar.
Acha, okay, okay, understood. Okay, sir, thank you so much and all the best for the
Thank you.
road ahead.
Mr. Vansh, you can go ahead and ask your questions.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Vansh. How are you?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask a few questions. Regarding earlier, you mentioned that you are going to start a spring plant, that you are into acquiring land and all for that.
Yeah,
So, where do you, from where do going to raise the funds, or it will be internal accruals, or it will be debt raising, anything?
internal accruals. We are
Okay.
not keen on raising any debt, be it for equity or be it from the market or like from the bank.
So, how much the cost would be around, for
It- It's
for
around. It's coming around 12 to 15 crores rupees.
okay, and what will be the capacity, revenue capacity about that plant? Could you mention that?
We are targeting around 35 crores from that plant.
So, it will be from FY27 or from this year only, like
No, next
FY26?
financial year, not this year.
Okay. And for that also, any RDSL approval is needed, or?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That's it.
Mr. Mukesh Modi, you can go ahead and ask your questions. Mr. Mukesh, are you there?
Am I audible now?
Yes,
Yes,
audible now.
please.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was on mute last time. Almost all my question has been answered. Only couple of them are left. So this new plant about bogie and spring and all those things
Yeah.
uh, can generate a revenue of around total around 100 crore more in FY27.
In
FY27.
Yes, definitely more than that.
So from 120 we can expect 250 CR, sir.
Yeah. Yes.
And one more thing, what will be our short-term and long-term debt as of now?
As of now, we are almost debt free, sir. We have got term loans around 2 to 3 crore rupees. That's it.
Oh, okay, that's fine. And this investment which you are talking about, you already said it is around 15 crore can generate 35 crore. That is asset turn of around 3 times, 3 times. Is it so?
For the spring plant, you are saying, right?
Spring, bogey, and track.
No, for the spring, that is what I was showing you, 35. For the bogey, that is a separate investment. That is 50 crores, which we will be targeting 200 crores. And from the spring, it is 12 to 15, which we are targeting 35 crores.
Okay, so this 50 crore also will be from the internal equity, is it?
50 crores is from the IPO funds which we have raised.
Oh, okay, that fund will be utilized for this purpose.
Yes.
Okay. Then that's it from my side. Thank you very much and wish you all the best. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Mr. Sanket Sah, you can go ahead and ask your questions.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, Sanket,
Yes.
how are you?
Hi, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for the opportunity. So, I did go through the financials of Atul Engineering, and I was, very glad to find out that they had similar PAT margins to your company. I just want to ask, can you tell me a little bit about some exciting developments which might be happening in the railways sector, public sector, for the sustainable growth for Neetu Yoshi and similar competitors? Can you kind of highlight the supply and demand gap between wagons which are being manufactured annually versus what the actual demand is?
So the India is looking for a sustainable development. So when we talk about sustainable development is a development which can go the infrastructure which can be used for years and years to go down the line. So when coming to the transportation of goods and the development, so it's when you see it's a railway which if developed in a niche and a good way, that infrastructure can be used for years and years, and it's much better than the road transportation and all. So Indian government is targeting its focus a lot on the railways. So you'll see the development coming to all the phases, be it the track, be it the wagons, be it the coaches. So it's not just one part of the railways has been developed. So Indian government have put a lot of money into it, and it's not any fine day they can stop it. It's going to increase with coming time and all. So as I explained right now, one of the most ambitious project of government of India is DFCC, dedicated freight corridors, wherein they plan to get the cost of good movements from any part of India to any part of India to 1.5 rupees per kg. So to achieve that, they're making dedicated freight corridors. Right now, there have been only two DFCCs in operational, and there are six others in the pipeline, which government is continuously working on, and continuously they're making new designs also, and developing about it. So in 1950, if you will see, the good movements from the railways was around 80%, but coming down to in 2015 2010, it came down to 25%. But just the two DFCCs were operational, it went down to it came up to 40%. So imagine all these eight DFCCs being operational, and all the goods movement coming from the wagon through wagons. A lot of business is going to come into this industry, so which will completely change the demand on and the outlook of this railway industries. And government, together with the approving agencies and together with all the people involved in it, are continuously working for it, and surely you'll see a good outlook towards it.
Okay, thank you. And can you highlight what is the product mix expectation that we could have in FY27 when you have when you have your bogie manufacturing, coupler manufacturing, as well as rigid track manufacturing, all available for you?
So when we are talking about the production mix in next financial year, you'll see the components which we are making right now are for the bogie, be it the all the products like center pivot assembly, CP top, bottom, and backstop and coupler. So in the new plant, what we are planning is assembling complete all bogie. So these child products will be moving towards the bogie facility, and in total we'll be selling the bogies to our customers, wherein so that is all the components would be sold as a bogie component. So it will be a bogie and a coupler, which you will see a product mix there. Simultaneously, we'll have a product mix of coaches products and the track products as well.
Right, right. So let's say that if our target is 250 crores in FY27, how much of
Right.
that will come from bogie, the complete bogie assembly, and how much will come from tracks and bridges and other components?
So what we are targeting is around if we are targeting 250, around 150 would be from the bogie, and rest would be the coaches product and the track products.
Okay, got it, got it. And can you highlight like the value of tenders which you have bidded for currently in government as well as private sector, which you are awaiting for approvals right now?
We are L1 in more than 25 crores of worth tenders.
Okay, no, but that's great. But how much have you bidded for in the last in the current FY actually, in
Uh,
FY26?
in this financial, that's what I'm telling you. Whatever orders we have already got that have been booked, other than this, as on date, the pending tenders we are already L1 in are more than 25 crores, and each day there are tenders which we are bidding in accordingly, to seeing that we don't over take more orders with which because railway attracts LD and like charges. So accordingly we are bidding about it, but as on date we are we are in L1 in more than 25 crores worth tenders, which we will be getting orders in next 2 months time.
Great, great. And the new facility in Kanpur, which is
Yeah.
currently the capex is going on for, which month in the next FY can we expected to be operational?
Next month, April itself.
April in FY27, right?
You're right.
Got it, got it. And are there any new components in the pipeline which you are awaiting for approval, like with RDSO?
So there are like 36 of the track products which we are waiting approval in the pipeline, and for the bogies and coaches, there are more than 15 products.
36 track products and 15 products for bogies.
You're right. Bogies and coaches combined.
Okay, got it, got it. All right, that's mostly it from my end. Thank you again, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Vishal Kumar, you can go ahead and ask your questions.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me again?
Yes, please.
Sir, thank you again for this opportunity. Sir, first of all, sir, I'm actually very amazed and very inspired from your journey, sir.
Thank you.
The feat which you have achieved in like last 5 years, it take a lot of time, 10 to 15 years for a company to get into that shoes. So my question is, I just want to understand, your team capacity. I mean, how you are able to do that? What kind of technology? How you are gaining that technology? Kind of innovation and engineering which you are involved in. If you can shed some light on that, sir.
So when you're talking about the railways, the whole bible for the railways is RDSO, which is the research and also the approving agency for the all the products which you are manufacturing. So it is their STR, it is their spec, their all the designs and drawings which we work on. We pay them. We get the consultancy on them for how to make these products and what are the requirement of plant machinery. So they guide us. We do our own work, a team. We've got for each different procedure, we've got own consultants and own management team studies, designs, and formulate a plan. Once that quality is formulated, that is given to for our approval. Once that is approved, that so it is a role of our organization and our operating team to make sure that QAP is adhered throughout the organization for manufacturing of that products. That is how we are manufacturing all these critical components for the railways.
Sir, so how much number of team we have as of now for this specific task of engineering and technology?
Around 15 people.
And how do you see it increasing in next couple of years?
As a product base is increasing, as our new approval for the bogies and everything is increasing, we are expecting around 20 25 people and within this financial year. And further, we don't believe in like recurring cost of getting everything to our own site. We believe in getting the expert on consultancy basis and getting these things done.
And what is the total
So
employee
each
count, sir?
process around right now around 90 to 100 people.
90 to 100 people, right? So you were saying something, sir?
So each process which we follow, there are consultants in the market for that. There are people who have been into this field for very long who are offering their expertise. So what we thoroughly believe in is getting them in charge of those roles and understanding from them and for following that process in a plant instead of having like a one person strictly for that role for as a permanent role.
Right, sir. So next question is, sir, I just want to understand your long-term goal, let's say for next 5 years, and in terms of revenue and components, and are you targeting exports also in this, sir, in next 5 years? That will be my two questions, sir.
Coming to export, the products which we make are of not very good quality compared to what products are manufactured in Europe and US. Our Indian railway system is far inferior to them. So what we are targeting is getting a technology transferred from abroad to India and making our product line that strong that we are able
So
to do that in near future.
sir,
So our end aim definitely what we see as a long term is in financial 29-30 to be a wagon manufacturing company, and that is what we went for IPO right now. So once we can be in the market, prove a performance, prove a track, be with the investors, be in the limelight of them, and when we go for a wagon manufacturing 29-30, raise fund for that in a main board, will be able to do that easily and happily.
and are we in touch with any company for this TOT, sir? I mean, any kind
So
of companies?
there is a company called Crescendo. It's a marketing company which helps you have a tie-up with various companies. So we have hired that for us, and we are in talk with many companies for various different products for that.
Sir. So lastly, sir, what kind of challenges do you see ahead, sir, in terms of execution, sir?
In terms of execution of these products, we are sorted with our orders, we are sorted with the plant. So for the revenue which we are quoting up for to our investors, to everyone in the market, we are confident that we'll be able to achieve that. Further, we are working hard to whatever we can increase in basis of revenue and save the cost to give impact on a PAT basis.
No, no, sir. Just want to understand, sir. Like, what challenges? What do you see, sir? I mean, in terms of execution, what do you see as a challenge, sir? I mean, what are the difficulties? Let's say you mentioned about 250 crores that you want to target in FY27. So,
Yeah.
what kind of challenges in execution which you envisage you can, I mean, expect, like in terms of raw material, or I mean,
That,
employee or any other thing, sir? Any, I mean,
that's That's what I'm telling you. Right now, I don't see any challenges in executing because we're sorted in terms of orders, we're sorted in terms of plant approvals and everything. So I don't see as such challenge anywhere to implement this. But definitely, like we are very confident we will to achieve this. But in operation, there are challenges every day which we face and overcome. Be it the inspection challenges, be it the like production, maybe the electricity because of rain. There are so many challenges, but we overcome that on daily basis. But we are on track for the targets which we want to achieve.
sir. Lastly, sir, one request, sir. If you can, update regularly about your orders which you are receiving monthly on the websites and SN basis, sir. That would be one request, sir. And wishing you all the very best, sir. Thank you for being so inspirational.
Th-
All the very best for your future.
Thank you so much. We'll try our best to be as much information we can give.
Okay, sir. I think we can conclude the meeting. Will that be all right, sir?
If any questions there,
I think we can take one last question from one last attendee. That is, yeah, Mr. Kumar Malhotra, you can go ahead and ask your questions.
Hello.
hi, how are you?
Hi. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So, sir, I have only one question. Like, where you see the company's growth after 3 years?
As a building strong to be a we'll be a bogie manufacturer, a quality bogie manufacturers, and will be moving ahead with a merger for our wagon manufacturing in 3 years. That is where we see. And
Uh,
4 years down the line, we'll be a wagon manufacturer.
okay, sir. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, can we conclude the meeting, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, thank you, Himanshu, sir. Thank you, all the attendees who took their valuable time to attend this meeting. Further, if you have any more queries, feel free to reach out to us at research@kirinadvisors.com. Thank you.